Hey Joe, great to speak with you again. Last time we talked, you mentioned that you wanted your organization to be more data driven. So before we dive into how Tableau can help you do that, I want to first talk about the problem we see sometimes. Many people come to us with the desire to make themselves and their organizations more data driven. They come from a variety of different situations, but we found that there are three or so common characteristics among organizations who haven't quite reached their data driven goals. First, only some people have access or the ability to ask questions of their data. Even then, only some of the data they need is available to them. And worst of all, those who are proactive and interested in self service don't have the help and support to be successful. These characteristics inhibit an organization's ability to drive the adoption, scale, and change necessary to reach truly data driven results. Now, our customer base has described a different experience with data. They've expressed that Tableau gives them a competitive edge in several different ways. First, people just love to use Tableau because it's for everyone, not just technical users. Also, our platform offers an integrated experience that can scale to the needs of your organization. Right now, I'm showing you the Tableau platform, which shows the various ways you can interact, deploy, and all the various abilities of the platform itself. Finally, we are a trusted leader in the market. Our dedication to customer-driven innovation has led to the formation of an incredible community and a high demand for Tableau talent in the job market. But instead of telling you any more about the Tableau platform, let me show you. For the rest of this demonstration, I'll play the role of Jake Kinsler, a sales operation leader. I just received an email alert from my VP of sales, and I followed a link to this dashboard. This is our Superstore sales and profit dashboard, and I use this every day to keep abreast of our top selling customers and see how our profit is doing. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the comment that our VP left me. Now, she says, our Q4 profits in furniture are down, and I'm seeing weakness on the East Coast. Do we have a plan to address this? And she also left me a view showing me her insight. Now, before I offer a solution to her, I'd like to know the answers to a few questions. There are clearly issues here with furniture, but how deep exactly do they go? And I can see some trouble spots on the map, as our VP of sales can as well, but is this a larger regional trend or more isolated incidences? And finally, is this truly just a Q4 issue, or is it a more chronic, deeper issue? Now, I don't think I can answer these questions with this dashboard alone, but that's no problem. I can dig in and create some of my own analysis. Tableau is intuitive and easy enough that people like me can ask questions right from my browser without having to script or code. As an explorer in Tableau, I have access to certified data sources that I can use to ask deeper questions. And I can start by simply typing my question into Ask Data using Tableau's natural language processing. I want to start by determining if the profit issue is isolated to a certain region or state. So I'll ask for my profit by each state. Texas and parts of the East are certainly struggling, but there don't seem to be any major regional trends. Now, this is a good start, but I want to keep exploring. I'll call this my profit exploration. Now I'd like to continue my analysis using Tableau's drag and drop functionality. I've answered my first question. Though there's weakness in Texas and parts of the East, there is no systemic regional issues. So I'll call this my regional profit and move on to my second question, which is how deeply the profit issue extends into my product categories. Now, I know my sales overall look good, but I'm worried about my categorical profit. Now, it looks like furniture has some issues like my VP suggested, but it actually looks like it's isolated to tables and bookcases. But why? Maybe there's a regional component. Now, tables are struggling across all my regions, but tables in the East seem to be a particular weakness for us. Now, what we just did was simple, easy, and fast. But powerful analytics are happening behind the scenes using Tableau's VizQL technology. I'll call this sheet my categorical profit issues and move on. So I know that we have specific regional and categorical issues with our profit. I want to determine how long our profit has been stagnant. I can easily see my total profit over time. And I can drill down to the exact date that I want. But I'm more interested in year-over-year profit growth. But what if I don't know how to do this? That's where the Tableau community comes in. With a quick Google search, I can see that the top result is a great forum post. And it looks like it's pretty easy. I just need to right-click and choose year-over-year growth. Now, this is just one example of Tableau's engaged community, which includes an active forum, hundreds of hours of free training, and a weekly user meetup groups that occur all over the world. Now, I can see that our profit growth has been stagnant for years. So I'll call this stagnant growth. Before moving on, let's take a moment to review how far we've come. We took the initial insight from our VP and used a combination of natural language processing and drag and drop functionality to find the answers to all three of our questions. There isn't a systemic profit issue across our regions, but we do have some weakness in the East and in Texas. Our categorical profit issue goes deep specifically in tables in the East. And finally, this is not just a recent problem. We have chronic stagnant profit growth. But now let's take those individual insights and tie them together in a dashboard. Now, I first notice issues in Texas. So let's dive into that. While I can see overall issues in furniture, I can see something new. We are doing even worse in binders. In fact, binders are not and have never been profitable. So while furniture is obviously a concern for our VP, I actually want to dig a little bit deeper into this binder issues. And while I found some great insights and I've answered my 3 questions, I still actually don't yet have a solution. This dashboard doesn't show me why we're losing monies on tables in the East or on binders in Texas. So let's keep searching. I know I want to include profit and subcategory in this next piece of analysis, but I'm not sure what to compare them to or even how to visualize them. So I'll just start with sales, and I'll ask Tableau for a suggestion. Tableau has given me a scatter plot, but it's not a chart wizard, so I can alter and edit this view to better fit my needs and my analysis. From this view, we can see that tables is an outlier, but I still don't know what that means, so let's try a different measure like quantity. Wow, looks like we're selling a lot of binders. So how are we losing so much money in Texas? If we're selling a lot and losing money, I wonder if our current discounting practice is to blame. Our VP has expressed concern lately about some salespeople discounting above our company limit of 25%. And there we go. Binders is a far outlier in terms of discounting. In fact, both binders and tables are above our discounting threshold of 25%. This makes me worry that our discounting practices are driving down our overall profits. It looks bad, but I don't want to rely on my gut. So let's bring in some statistical analysis. The negative correlation between profit and discount isn't totally surprising, given our recent profit issues. But let's just focus on areas of our business within our discounting threshold. Within just those subcategories, there's a positive correlation. So maybe if we can determine the customers who are receiving these high discounts, we can target those specific problem areas. Now I want to bring this back into my dashboard to find out which customers are receiving high discounts in Texas. I'll call this discount, profit. Armed with this new insight about our discounting practices, I want to revisit binders in Texas. And this is amazing. We have never sold a binder in Texas for less than 80% discount. That is way above our discounting threshold of 25%. And now that I have some insights and I can begin to offer some solutions, this dashboard is ready to share with my coworkers. I want to call out exactly what this dashboard shows in its name and save it for others to be able to view. I'll call it discounts above threshold hurt our profits. And I'll save it to share with everyone else. Now I would like to show the VP of Sales what their insight led to and suggest a first step solution. Say at our VP of Sales, we need to curtail discounting above 25%. And I'll share with her my insight about binders in Texas. That takes care of understanding and communicating the issue, but I would like to prevent this from happening in the future as well. I want myself and my VP to be alerted whenever a discount above 25% occurs. At the beginning of our conversation, I mentioned that people choose Tablо because it provides a magical user experience for everyone, is an integrated platform, and is a market leader with an engaged and valued community. I demonstrated that by walking through a hypothetical data experience of 2 business users. But let me call a few things out about that demonstration that help me prove my points. Using Tableau's new Ask data, as well as the drag and drop experience, made my inquiry both intuitive and powerful. Most other tools require you to choose between ease of use and analytic power. Second, I accessed a quick forum site where I learned how to solve my own problem on the spot. Tableau's powerful community helps people learn faster and drive better results. Because Tableau offers an integrative platform, my experience was consistent across all stages of the analytics workflow. In most other data platforms, this is either impossible or very expensive, requiring the purchase of additional programs and the need to hire extra IT employees. Finally, I also worked off a secure and validated data source, so I can be confident that the discovery I made was valid. In other more difficult tools, users end up exporting Excel files and doing their own analysis locally, which can add security risks. And these are just a few of the ways that Tableau is unique in its ability to make an organization truly data-driven. So now that you've seen Tableau in action and you've heard what's possible, let's actually put it to the test. One thing we've learned is that each organization is starting at a different point in their journey, and there isn't a one-size-fits-all solution. To address that, with the help of many successful clients, we've created the Tableau Blueprint. This is a step-by-step guide to becoming a data-driven organization. Whether your organization is new to modern self-service analytics, or you've already deployed and need to broaden, deepen, and scale your use of data. So, are you interested in seeing this guide and determining where your organization is on the path to being data-driven? And how Tableau can help you take that next step?